Hello everybody! This is my room, my new room. As you can see, it's kind of boring, but there are some things on the wall. I hope everyone's doing good, and I thought that I'll procrastinate homework for a little bit and read you some of Chapter 2. I decided to do my Bleach fanfiction, Beyond the Fading Sun, which I began last spring, I guess. And I never really got it done. I got like a couple scenes written, but never anything that was like really a good amount. And so it got stuck in my head again recently, and I decided, hey, NaNoWriMo's here. Let's write 50,000 words of this baby and call it a day. Well, it's not a day. I've gotten 4 chapters written and a couple scenes, and I'm 50,000 words in. So, we're going to be continuing this story for a little bit longer, but today I thought I'd procrastinate homework for a little bit and read you part of Chapter 2, which I'm pretty proud of. Or no, Chapter 1, because I am pretty proud of it. And I thought that I should share it with you, just to let you know what's going on. I need a drink, I said. I had left the 4th Division as soon as the day had ended and immediately made my way over to the 8th Division, where I knew Hana would be working. She was there, finishing paperwork for the day with her lieutenant, Nanao Fukutaicho. I could barely stand to look at the armband that Nanao Fukutaicho wore. It was a reminder of what was awaiting me tomorrow. Hana didn't look up, even as I leaned against the back of the sofa. She sat there helping Nanao Fukutaicho fill out the day's paperwork, while Nanao Fukutaicho sat at the desk. Are you sure that's wise, considering that you have a new job tomorrow? I could hear the smirk in her voice as she hid her face behind her long golden hair. Even though it was pulled back in loose pigtails that held low, they shrouded her face as she leaned over the paperwork in her lap. How do you know? I asked incredulously. You know Hana, Taicho, and I had been the only ones in the office, and no one else would have known unless you were standing right outside the door. The attendant had heard, I realized, and tensed. Could I just kill something now? Hana finally looked up, her violet eyes looking at me like I should know better. With her pigtails and tiny features in her face, she looked like she should be smiling rather than giving me that look. More than anything, Hana always looked like an overgrown child. Her hands were small, her nose, her feet, and even though she was just barely shorter than I was, I felt like I was 10 years older in both maturity and age, even though she was the older one of the two of us. Are you really asking me that? Yes, the entire Gotai 13 knows, Akemi Fukutaicho, Nanao Fukutaicho said from her place at the desk, not looking up. Are you serious? No, but most of the ranking officers know at least. You should know, she finally looked up, pushing her glasses further up her nose. The captain is incredibly excited to be getting a new lieutenant. And by captain, I knew she meant Yukitake Taicho. I could only smile, but even that was forced. I looked back down at Hana, who had donned a smug smile on her face. What? I snapped. I knew you couldn't stay in the 4th squad for long. I nearly hit her. I wanted to punch that smile right off her face. Don't you dare say I told you so, I said, pushing her shoulder instead of punching her, and walking around to sit at the other end of the sofa. The smile grew wider. Could it grow any wider? I couldn't take it. So can we go get drinks? Please? Hana nodded in her quick way. Sure, but we're picking up Ren and Tetsuya first. They'll want to come. I hid my face in my hands. It wasn't as if I didn't want them to come, but if we were picking them up, they would most likely be at... Do we really have to stop by the 11th squad? Hana hid her laugh and a sigh. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. You're not the one who'll get commented on, I growled. I saw Nanao Fukutaicho shoot us a glare. I knew we were interrupting her, but at that moment I didn't particularly care. Ah, and I bet Taiki-kun and Rangiku-chan would like to come too. Nanao-chan, do you want to come? Hana continued as if she hadn't heard me. I covered my face with my hand again. Hana's excitement was usually catching, but today was not my day to let myself be caught by it. Nanao Fukutaicho looked up, slight confusion written on her face. She obviously hadn't been paying attention, but had been trying to ignore Hana's incessant excitement. Perhaps, but after this is finished, of course. Hana nodded anyway, as if this was the answer she'd been hoping for. And of course everyone will get there sooner or later. Akemi, you should go tell Rin and Tetsuya-kun, and I'll go get Taiki-kun and Rangiku-chan. Her gaze settled on mine and never left. She was just like Hana Taicho. Her words were rarely phrased in a request when speaking to Rin or me. And that is part of chapter 1. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be uploading the entire story once I get it completed. I would like to get everything written before I upload anything. But yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. And I'll try reading a bit more from a later chapter once I get it written. I'm on chapter 4 right now. If you want to follow me, my Twitter will be here, or somewhere on the screen. I also have a blog, again, somewhere on the screen. But if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can. Those are my links. Go check them out. It's fun. It's awesome. Yay. Bye. Making brownies. My little thing. Okay. Yes, the entire Gotai 13 knows. Fukuta. Yeah. Please pause. I'm making brownies. Stop, please. Ah, and I bet Taiki-kun and Rangi... Sneeze. I bet Taiki-kun and Rangiku... Ah, and I bet Taiki-kun... There are so many honorifics. I think it's easier to read honorifics.